Want to see Griffith play with his food at all in this fight. Crisosto has never fought above 147 pounds. Most of his fights have come in the high 130s, low 140s. Physically, he is not in the class of Caden Griffiths, and talent-wise, he shouldn't be in the class of Caden Griffiths. This is someone that I think Griffiths will look to get out of there pretty quickly.
And if he does do it quickly, he has to do it with that jab, that shotgun jab. Touching him upstairs and then digging the body. Anytime you have a fighter like Crisosto that keeps his hands real high, the elbows are up, he opens up the ribs and the liver shots.
And you can see that midsection of Crisosto very, I would say, flabby. I'll call it that.
Man, you guys are body shaming him pretty bad up here tonight, huh?
Well, I mean, compared to Griffith's body, yeah. I mean, he's in shape. Crisosto's a little soft, and yeah, I would agree.
Caden Griffiths from nearby Coachella, California.
I like the foot feints by Griffiths. Notice that it's a sly little foot feint. He's dipping down. He's looking to set up a left hook around the right hand of Crisosto's.
Yeah, Griffiths working
There it is, right there.
Working out of that Diaz camp, has had some excellent sparring over the years, working with all of those top Uzbek fighters that the Diaz has trained.
Caden Griffiths, 8 wins, 7 coming by way of knockout, coming off a first-round KO victory. Before that, the first time he went the full distance. Alan Crisosto, 8 of his 12 wins by knockout, so you think he might have a little bit of pop. Let's see if he can land one, give Griffiths a little bit of a problem.
It's just these knockouts for Crisosto have come against very low-level competition. His last knockout came down in Mexico against an opponent that had a record of 0-22.
Is that Glass Joe?
Whoever that guy is, I give him credit for keeping his career going at 0-22.
Griffiths trained by Joel Diaz, and Sergio Griffiths was telling us for the last couple of years he's been in there with those Eastern Europeans where he has just been beaten and battered in sparring. He says anything that happens in my pro fights won't compare to what I go through in the gym.
No, that is true, but that's sparring, and right here you're doing it with smaller gloves, so you need to actually focus more on speed. And this is what I was talking about with Griffith's last fight. You know, really loading up on power is good if you have your opponent hurt, but if you're still breaking him down and he's a veteran and you have to, take your time, then that's when you start focusing on speed, footwork, angles, and exploding on fighters from a different angle, not just stay in front of him.
I was going to say Crisosto about to make it out of round 1, but that was before Griffiths popped him with a couple of big power shots. But we will see a round 2. Watch tape. I let my trainers do that. I end up psyching myself out. I'll watch a guy and say, hey, man, this dude sucks. I'm going to beat him in round 1. And it ends up affecting me, and I try a little too hard and get a little too wild in there.
And that's always the case with young guys with a lot of power. They learn that slowing things down is actually better than thinking real fast and trying to get them out of there quick. Just the slower you slow things down and you focus on channeling the power behind technique and not, brute force, that's how you're going to get guys out of there.
Griffiths, I mentioned, coming off of that first-round knockout. That was against Omar Gutierrez in March. Quick turnaround for him here in June.
I got to say, man, I love the instructions in one round that Antonio Diaz gave Caden Griffiths in the corner. He says,
nice counter shot there from Crisosto.
That Crisosto does not come in with intentions to fight or looking for a fight. He's waiting for a fight, so you got to push that. Love that. So you understand your fighter, what type of temperament he has, and you know that he can go for it as fast as, there it is, good body shot right there by Caden. Crisosto didn't like that.
By the way, Crisosto's nickname is Superman. He said that's because when I first started boxing, I was really strong. They'd throw me there with the heavyweights and I could take their best shot. But it looks like he's struggling to take Griffith's best shot right now.
Well, I say it all the time, the kryptonite of every fighter is those body shots, that liver shot. Griffith's already got his attention right there with that left hand downstairs.
Still trying to jab off the ropes, increase the distance.
Crisosto just been in survival mode since this fight began, using the entirety of the ring, just trying to keep Griffiths off him with that jab, but not making any kind of real impact.
If you could touch your opponent and not show him power off your first punch, that's how you hide it. That's how you're able to catch your opponent off guard. See?
Oh, good body shot there. And that really affected Cristoso. Go ahead, Sergio.
Yeah, but Cristoso was bracing for it because he could see it coming, and that's what I'm talking about, hiding the power. Griffith, these are the little things that Griffith is going to have to pick up when he starts fighting better opponents, to hide that power, not just show him the brute strength right off the bat. You throw speed, you throw touching power, and then you surprise him with it.
And also, Sergio, to cut the ring off. Cristoso's moving in one direction. He's moving left every single time. And right now, we see Griffith just kind of following him in each one of these corners. I'd like to see him take a step to the right, force Cristoso to go in a different direction.
You would think Cristoso would be circling away from his power hand, but he's going right towards it.
Well, right now he's not really worried about the speed. You know, the power you can see coming a lot easier than speed. So that's what I think about Caden. You know, he always focuses on really punching hard every shot.
Griffiths told us it's knockout or bust. That's the mentality he has. Does not want fights to go the distance. But Cristoso doing what he can to stay in this fight.
For the better part of the last 3 weeks. I'm not sure how much longer he's going to be able to hang around.
Yeah, he says he's tired after round 2. That's not a good sign. He did take this fight on 1 week notice. Said, I know Griffith's a KO puncher. I've got to be careful in there. Need to keep my guard up. Can't make basic fundamental mistakes.
I'm sure those body shots he landed in the first round also helped with the fatigue and the pain that he feels downstairs.
Sergio, see what I'm saying, though, about cutting the ring off? Like, it's very predictable how Cristoso is moving. Like, keeps moving to that left, getting in the corner, going the same direction every single time.
Look, I think Griffiths cuts the ring off really well going to his left, but to the right, yes, that's what you're seeing right now. He's not stepping over to make that ring smaller.
Oh, nicely done.
Almost landed cleanly, landed on the right shoulder of Cristoso's, but yeah, it's only a matter of time. That punch he didn't see coming.
That was the straight right hand that Antonio Diaz has been calling for in the last 2 rounds.
And that jab hides it. And Cristoso, to his credit, trying to fight off those ropes. He's got to do something.
Well, look, Cristoso is a veteran of 20 professional fights. He can see power coming. But if you're just showing the exact same right hand, you know, with the same explosiveness, with the same speed, it's not going to fool him.
Oh, boy. Nice counter shot by Cristoso.
That's what I'm saying. The patience is on Cristoso's side because he's not really intimidated by the power of Griffith.
But I don't know, he's living on the edge, Sergio Griffiths, about an inch away from decapitating him a couple times.
Good shot.
Boy, and he gets a counter in there, does the Mexican, but still, yeah, that one is a delayed response.
I was surprised he stood up with those body shots. Both those shots explosive to both sides of the ribs.
All right, he's up. But for how much longer? Let's see what kind of closer Griffiths is here in round 3. Touched him again. One more time, Sergio, and he's going to be done.
Yep, it's not going to take too much, man. That pain's going to linger for minutes and rounds at a time, and it only takes one more shot to the belly. He starts going down again. I don't see him withstanding this anymore.
He's got those elbows down low, trying to protect his ribs and his liver, but that leaves the head open.
Oh, there it is. If Griffiths could double up that shot to the left, I think he'll do enough impact, even if it's blocked.
I'll give it to Cristoso. He's fighting back. Like, he's not just taking these punches. He's trying to throw some of his own. There's no real pop behind him that can keep Caden Griffiths off him. And you see the corner of Cristoso looks like they're about to throw in the towel.
And that is it. Talk about a buzzkill. The crowd is like, what's happening here?
The corner,
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Gerard White stops this bout at 2 minutes 49 seconds of round number 3 on the request of the corner. For your winner by knockout and still undefeated, Caden Griffiths.
Yes.
He said he wouldn't be happy unless he won by KO, Sergio, so I guess he's happy.